Well, hello, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Aina Riza Kweo. I am particularly excited to be here this week because, cough, cough, prepare to be sick of me this week.
I've been sick of you the whole year.
What do you mean the whole year? You've been sick of me since you knew me.
Since when? 10 years ago.
Exactly. You've
every
been
day.
sick of me.
Chomi, my birthday is coming. My birthday.
Yes.
Chomi, my birthday.
You should be grateful.
Every day.
But you remember UNAM days, I would come with the crown and sash the whole week.
Exactly.
So why are you surprised?
I am not even surprised. Hence, I'm saying I have been sick of you. I'm not surprised.
Prepare to be sick of me. But we are super excited to be bringing you another fantastic, exciting episode of Smell the Coffee. And we do have interesting stories for you today. So, Aina, I just want to know, what would your dream proposal look like?
Oh, I've not thought that far.
Yeah,
but
you're chased your bag. But have you ever stopped to think, what if one day the bag stops and says, you're not my type? What do you do?
You know what? I actually don't think of marriage like
you
that.
Don't?
I don't. I think about making money every day.
That's what I'm saying.
I am more career orientated than
but
I
that's
am
why I'm
family.
Saying, what if the bag looks at you one day and says, you're not my type, stop chasing me?
And then I guess I'll cross that bridge
when you get there.
Yeah. But now I actually don't know how my dream proposal would look like. Maybe, what? That's a good question. I should go and think about that. But maybe I saw this cute proposal. Kim Kardashian's one was cute at the stadium with Kanye. I like that. Maybe that could be my vibe.
So you're more of a public proposal or like a private proposal?
No, public, but with only my family members, not like the general public.
Okay.
But I think that if it's in public, like at the mall, I'll feel so pressured to say yes.
Yeah, I feel
because
like
I
that's
don't
an
want
ambush.
to embarrass this man now in front of all these lovely strangers. So I will be
like,
you know, don't propose to me in public. Not at the mall.
That's an ambush. Unless you talk about marriage, like you're both on the same page.
Unless maybe
marriage.
I tell you that, no, I want to get married in the next month or maybe then you can
like
do
you're
that.
Ready.
Like I'm ready. But if this is a surprise, I might not be ready.
And
now I'm like, should I say yes? Should I say no? What are these
I
people
know
going to say
walked
about
away.
me? Am I going to trend on social media when I wake up? Are people going to think I'm mean-spirited? Like all those things. But I think, at the beach, I think would be cute.
That's cute.
At the beach would be cute.
I
But maybe with money, make the ring, put money on the ring. I don't know, let money fly. I don't know, something with money, something
about
creative.
money with this one.
Yeah, something creative.
As long as there's money involved.
All creativity involves money.
The reason I ask is because later on in the show, we're bringing you a story of a man that proposed at a rather unique place. But we will be right back with that story after the break.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Okay, starting us off, Google is being sued after bad map directions led a man to his death. Google is accused of causing a death by its failure to accurately update its maps. According to the local paper, the Hickory Daily Record, Philip Paxson, 47, died in 2022 after following Google Maps directions to drive over a Snow Creek bridge. Reportedly, the bridge collapsed almost 10 years ago. Alicia Paxson, the deceased's widow, has now filed the suit in Wake County. The suit names Google Google, its parent company Alphabet, and local business people who own the bridge and nearby land as all negligent and responsible for the death. A spokesperson for Alicia Paxson announced the lawsuit to members of the press at the site where the bridge has now been barricaded off. We've heard indications that cost may have been an issue in terms of fixing the bridge, said the spokesperson, but as you can see, they could have been simple fixes. Reportedly, Google was notified of the collapsed bridge. The accusation is that the company was therefore negligent in failing to update its directions.
How can I sue Google Maps? Because they also lead me to the wrong directions. No,
Is
for
this
real.
your only takeaway from this story?
No, I would get to my opinion about it, but also how can I file a lawsuit?
You just go to
'Cause
court and you...
I be going to wrong places following Google Maps
It's
all
true.
the
It'll
time.
take you round and round
Especially
and round.
in Katutura, you will go to Hakahana while you are supposed to be in Vanaida.
And then they'll tell you that this road, the Aina Raisa Kweyo road that changed 10 years ago to Diana Master Road it's so confusing.
They should really update their maps.
Yeah.
I don't know, they need to upgrade,
But you
update,
know,
they need to do something about it.
What's funny is they actually have a car with like cameras so that they have the 3D street view. So if they have cars patrolling to get the 3D street view, I don't understand how they would still fail to update Google Maps.
Yeah, but
But also, my question is, this man that drove to the bridge, like, I don't mean to throw shade or disrespect the deceased, but I just want to know, like, did he not see that the bridge, like, because obviously, like, if you drive and you
can
see that, unless maybe he was intoxicated, because when I read this story, I was like, but wait, did he not see?
Maybe he just drove over it just thinking, okay,
maybe it was at night.
Maybe it was at night
We
also.
don't know, because we don't have the full details of the story. But Aina does want to sue Google.
They should be sued, actually. I stand with this family. I don't understand why everyone in the neighborhood is being sued. Why are they being sued?
Because they failed to barricade the bridge. So they
Is it
didn't
not
put
the
anything
city's-
around the bridge.
Shouldn't that be the city's problem? Like, if it's in Windhoek, if it's in Eros, isn't that road authority or city of Windhoek's problem, not you as the neighbor's problem?
No, but then if I own the creek, basically, then I can be sued.
Oh.
Yeah, because it could be a thing of the creek is part of private land type of situation. I wouldn't know. Like I said, very limited details in the story.
Right, now we move over to a story where we have enough detail. Okay.
Give us the tea, sweetie.
All right, when Megan Thee Stallion pulled out of her scheduled performance at the Global Citizen Festival in New York earlier this month due to an unforeseen scheduling conflict, it took about 5 minutes to do the math and realize, oh, Beyonce is playing in Houston that night. Not only did she and Megan team up for their Savage remix back in 2020, they are both from Houston. And when the Queen calls, everything drops.
You answer.
Sure enough, the Global Citizen Festival soldier on amid a tropical storm in New York, with Lauryn Hill staging the Mini Fugees reunion and the Red Hot Chili Peppers playing headlining. Beyonce was joined by Megan at the first night of the two-night stand at the NRJ Stadium in their shared hometown, staging their first ever concert collaboration of Savage remix. Do we have some Savage ladies and gentlemen in the house? Beyonce asked the crowd after powering through her verse. Please give it up for Houston's very own Megan Thee Stallion. Woo! As Megan took the stage, I am at the concert. As Megan took the stage, Beyonce said, "Doesn't she make you proud, Houston? She makes me very proud. I love you, Beyonce," shouted Megan. Shortly after the remix dropped in 2020, Megan told Hot 97 Deaden that she was surprised as anyone that Beyonce had joined him. "I woke up and I was like, Megan, pause. I knew the song was coming out, but it was like, is it really gonna drop? Are we really doing this?" And I cried like I had to call my grandma. The pair met earlier that year That is now in 2020 at a party, although the collaboration of the Savage song was not discussed that night. Queen.
I mean, it is just proof that what's meant for you will find you. It's crazy that Megan grew up seeing Beyonce on TV. And sometimes, you know, you tell yourself, one day I'm going to collaborate with Beyonce. And then you're like, yeah, right.
Maybe.
And then it actually happens and it's like, whoa. So that's just proof that, you know what, if you believe it,
it will happen.
It will happen.
Yeah. And just like the other day, we were saying Beyonce is a celebrity of all celebrities.
Yes.
Everyone's always excited. Imagine dropping Global Citizen
to
go to
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
I mean, I would too, bro. Because I mean, chances like that are not just gonna come by easy.
If you miss this opportunity, then
and you don't cancel on Beyonce. Beyonce cancels on you.
Imagine.
Now, in our final story, proposal at Rocco Mama's goes viral after guy hides engagement ring in ice cream. How your person proposes to you is, of course, a big deal. While there are many people who go over the top and spend a fortune for a simple "yes, I will" response, others prefer to keep it simple. This guy, however, found a middle ground and made his proposal a special and certainly a memorable one by doing so in a restaurant. We often see this in the movies where a guy would place an engagement ring in a glass of champagne to surprise his lady. This man got creative and hid the ring in a bowl of ice cream.
In a bowl of ice cream.
Imagine eating ice cream.
And
there's your ring. But shame, she's so happy. I'm here for it.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
That's cute, but like it's a bit dangerous. It's I'm assuming that she's eating her ice cream with a spoon, correct? Or wrong?
Correct.
Okay. As she's taking a scoop of the ice cream, what if she, swallows the ring? The ring is in the mouth. Isn't that dangerous, guys?
But her ring is big. Obviously, the minute...
No, but the ice cream is it's frozen, right? So you don't see it when you are scooping.
You don't see it when you're scooping.
But you
the
feel it in the mouth.
Exactly, the minute you put the ice cream in your mouth, because ice cream melts in your mouth.
Okay, what if it's ice cream that has, this Oreo, these biscuits and other things? You would think it's one of those, I don't know what they are called. No, guys, that's dangerous. You think it's a biscuit or it's a mint thing, or I don't know what they put in their ice cream.
You break your tooth.
And then you're there, what's going on, guys? And some people are blonde.
Yeah.
Somebody can swallow that.
Well, I mean, she was eating ice cream, all cutesy. So she's like, tiny little scoop.
Maybe she anticipated
So she probably. So
Yeah.
as she was digging into her ice cream, she, I think, hit the ring with her spoon, and that's when she was like, oh my goodness, what is this?
But that is cute, though.
You should have seen the Rocco Mamas team. They were going crazy. They were so excited for them. But that's why I say, I mean, how your person proposes to you, not me. I need
Tell
a
us
big
about
grand
your proposal.
Sweetie, it has to be fireworks and it has to be everything. The ring itself needs to be minimum $500,000 minimum. Because I need to do this, and you'll be like, oh, Dana, your ring.
No, you'll be those ones. Now show me.
So, yeah.
When are we going?
When are we going?
I must told you guys that on
and my
Friday.
Fiance. So my fiance did
and you
this
know my
funny
handbag.
thing. And even on the phone, you start speaking, or you start putting your phone on speak all of a sudden. So you'll be like, hi, so people can just see your ring. That's going to be me. I'm going to suddenly turn into a left-handed person.
I can definitely see you doing that.
So even the proposal itself, but I don't know, man. I feel like if I really, really love my person, I'm lying. It needs to be grand and big. I'm sorry.
You have to go all out.
You have to go all out. I mean, the wedding is already planned. It's already grand.
We've been
and
planning
big.
Diana's wedding ever since we were 15. We have dresses already.
Yes.
We have the hairstyles. We have the
Yes.
cake. We have everything.
We have everything. All right, that brings us to the end of our top stories. Please do let us know in the comments what your dream proposal would look like. We are interested to hear if you're as grand as me or you're just nonchalant like Aina here. But stick around. We'll be right back with an interesting interview right after the break.
we are joined by the beautiful and vibrant Vanessa Hartung, who is also the owner of Vanessa Air. She then makes wax candles. Could you please tell us more about your enterprise? I mean, you are an educator by profession.
I am.
Tell me, how did you fall in love with the art of making candles?
Of course. Well, so Jemima, I've just always loved candles. And it's just always something, or it's something that's just always in my house.
Yeah.
And recently, or I mean, at the point where I decided to start making them, I got to a point where I realized, like, I just don't have candles here. And I've just gotten so out of touch that I didn't even realize that I didn't have candles in my house. And it frustrated me probably to an extent. And I also used to make candles for myself previously, but it was just for me. It was just for me. It wasn't for anyone else. It was just that in my amateur method or way of doing it. And then I actually started watching videos to just see how can I do it more professional for myself. Because I mean,
Yeah, that's where the
I'm
love
also worth
started.
it.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I started watching these videos, and it just took me on a journey, really. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to start making candles. And initially, I didn't really think of selling them. And then one morning, I just woke up, and I'm just like, this can make me money. And I was still a bit hesitant until I listened to a certain podcast that said that if you want to make money,
Yeah.
figure out what you like and use this thing that you like or that you love doing, and then see how you can make money out of it. And as we spoke earlier, as you said, it was sort of like a full circle moment where I just like realized I love doing this. And it brings me joy, and it gives me peace, and it's just a very therapeutic process as well. And I can make money out of it. If not, why not? And then I started going into sort of like the business idea of it. I started working on a business plan. And I started with the sort of like creative side of it, creating a logo for myself and a name, and somehow these things just really came to me. And the more it came, the more inspired I felt. And yes, that's why we are here today.
Now the name Vanessa Air, right?
Yes.
You Vanessa. I see what you did there, but what was that the initial idea?
Yes. So like my friends, they call me Vanessa, which is sort of like a shortened version of my name. So I thought, obviously it's my thing. I need to make it authentic to Vanessa. So that's now where the first part, Vanessa, comes in. And the A at the end, which is the A with an E at the end, it means a luxurious experience.
Really?
Yes.
Now who would have thought?
So, yes. And I mean, that's what candles are all about. I mean, you want sort of that luxurious experience. You do not just light a candle for the sake of lighting a candle. It brings something to, your atmosphere. It creates an ambiance. It brings warmth. It creates a nice scent, a relaxing scent,
Aromatherapy.
Exactly. And I mean, taking a warm bath with a relaxing candle, it really is just something that can make you, sort of look forward to the end of the day where I can just, sit down, relax, light a candle, and just indulge.
Now you mentioned that it is a very relaxing process, the manufacturing of
Yes,
it.
it is.
Tell me, can you take me briefly, how does one make a candle? I mean, I light them all the time, but I never really begin to think, where does the wax even come from? How does it become this shape? So just briefly,
So obviously we most commonly know paraffin wax candles, right? And I mean, I'm sure every Namibian can tell you that a paraffin wax candle is. I mean, if you have a power outage, you quickly light a candle or something like that. And besides that one, you also find soy candles. And soy is it's now a more plant-based wax. So it's much more environmentally friendly, and it burns well. It's also obviously used, for some skin therapy and things like that in a more processed, professional manner.
Yeah.
So yes, that's now where the wax and things, or what the wax is all about. And you basically melt it. So I buy my waxes, obviously from a local establishment, and I melt the wax. And you will actually not believe me, starting this process, there is so much you need to know.
Really?
It really isn't just, how do you say, an amateur sport, in the sort of in that sense. It takes, first of all, it's a lot of manual work. And then also, it's so technical. In order for you to get the right scent, if you want to make shapes, the weather also plays a role.
How?
Because if it's too cold, then your wax tend to set too fast, and if your wax sets too fast, it can sort of mold your candle incorrectly. So this is where candles tend to get sinkholes, or where they look deformed and things like that. So your room temperature needs to be at a certain level. Everything must be very mellow, I almost want to say, in order for the candle to also give you a good result. When you add your scents and your coloring, your wax needs to be at a certain temperature. It really isn't just about taking a lot of ingredients, putting them in a pot, melting them,
and hoping for the best.
Exactly.
So it's basically you cultivate the environment to create the candle in order for that same candle, when lit, to
Absolutely.
Give off that same
Exactly.
Wow.
To give back sort of that environment. And that is why it is actually so therapeutic, because you can't be in a rush if you want to make it. I have to also set a specific time to say, okay, when you melt your wax, you have to wait for it to cool down, very mellow, very slowly, add what you need to add, wait a little more, then you pour it slowly, making sure there are no sinkholes or bubbles and things like that. And I think it teaches you patience, actually. And we can all do with a little bit of patience, I think.
Can't we all? That is for sure.
So, yes, and that is why it is so therapeutic. And it's just a beautiful process to create a beautiful thing that you can obviously enjoy at the end of the day.
Now, you are also an educator, right? You
Yes, I am.
teach entrepreneurship.
Yes.
And that probably also helped you in making this process easier, because you applied the skills.
Yes, I used to teach entrepreneurship for some few years. I mainly teach business studies now. And let me tell you, I always tell learners in class, it's easy to study something from a book, but it's a completely different practice applying it outside. And those same things that I keep saying, I now have to experience myself. We actually made fun the other day, and I said, okay, now finally your business teacher has a business. But it's so complex and it's so intense, but it's so helpful doing it.
And now, how do you balance all of this? How do you juggle, being an educator full time, being a mom, and also running a business?
I don't even know. Am I juggling? Am I managing? I don't even know how many balls I have in the air right now. But as I've said, like this candle making process, it's really my thing. It's my sort of self-care that I do for myself. Even if I don't have an order, if I just feel like I need to do something, I need to get rid of this anxious energy or whatever that I have, I go and I make a candle, and I really do feel better afterwards. And especially also because I work with scents and these types of aromas, that in itself also helps, to just create a nice and relaxing atmosphere.
Now, before I let you go, can you please tell our viewers how they can reach you, and also what is the price range for these candles, and what type of scents you have available?
Well, yeah, that can vary, of course. But I have a Facebook page, Instagram page, and on TikTok as well, just at Vanessa Air. It is spelled VNESAIRE, Vanessa Air. Yes. So you can give us a follow, of course, and also keep up to date with what we have in stock. And the price range of the candles are normally between $40 and $200. And I also make sort of combo packages that people can order. But all the prices and all the information that you might still want or need, you can find on our social media pages. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, Vanessa.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, Anna, if you still don't know what to give me for my birthday, there's a hint. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a lot of gifts, please. I'm looking forward to it. But that brings us to the end of today's episode of Smell the Coffee. We thank you so much for joining us, and we certainly hope you enjoyed the show just as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Until tomorrow, it's all our love, all our light, and adios.